Supercoach tabs on my phone at dawn, scrolling through the carnage, what went wrong? Grammar solid steady, rookies on the rise, mid-prices tempting me, danger in disguise. Big J calling from the couch, mate, check your side. Joe bragging about a loophole, riding that tide. We're trading in our hopes like stocks on a screen, chasing that price rise, living the dream. We're the center bounds crew, whistle blows, we're riding it through. From goals and behinds to the last upgrade, greatest game in the world, that's how we're made. From a pig in the guts to the bench from a blues, every week we're breaking the rules. They fell in our veins, yeah, it's all we do. We're the center bounds crew. Got duds on the park, can't win a hard ball. Need a downgrade, target, answer that call. Possessions piling up, my captain's on fire. Vice loop lightning, sparks through the wire. Yeah. Trade plan scribbled on the back of a bill. One more sideways move, I swear I'll sit still. But the siren hits Friday, logic is gone. Mate, just push and go on. Who you backing in? Who you backing in? Who you backing in? Yeah. Who you letting go? One more risky move, then we steal the show. We're the center bounds crew. Hey! Whistle blows, we're riding it through. From goals and behinds to the last upgrade, greatest game in the world, that's how we're made. From a pig in the guts to the bench from a blues, every week we're breaking the rules. They fell in our veins, yeah, it's all we do. We're the center bounds crew. We're the center bounds crew. Oh yeah, the center bounds crew. The center bounds crew. The center bounds crew.
Center Bounds crew. G'day everybody, welcome to another Monday night live stream. It's your boys, Joe and Big J. I hope you're doing well. How was your weekend, Big J?
Ugh, it was all right. And then GWS played. And then Big J is now without a full team. So there you go. Interesting year for Supercoach. It happens every year. Last year it was Sheasel and a couple of other players. I mean, I'm just thankful that I had the foresight to make my team worse and pick up an extra rookie. Because if I didn't, my team would be worse now without the extra rookie. So, yeah, we've got Herbert just hanging around, scoring 134s like no one's business. I knew he was going to be the boy. It's always the worst team in the AFL that picks up the good mid-season draftee that plays the role that we want. I mean, it was Tom McCarthy last year, and then now Herbert now. Nice to be back and nice to watch the ladies play too. So, yeah, should be a good one. Got a couple of weeks before AFLW starts up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. My team didn't do much better at all. As you can see on the screen, from a Supercoach perspective, it was not that great. And from a real life perspective, it also wasn't that great either, because the Bombers are pretty bad, man. The Bombers are pretty bad. We're happy to get a win last week, the week before, and that is all she wrote, essentially. The fat lady has sung, the Bombers are done for the year, and now you've got people like bloody Jordan Ridley openly saying, "I don't know if I'm going to be here next year." Like, what a jerk!
That's pretty. I mean, it's not fair, but that's pretty fair, right? I mean, Jordan Ridley, like, everyone knew he's probably not going to be there. Is he playing every week? Probably not. Like, cool. If a player comes out and says this, like, he's gone. He's just trying to get.
Yeah, but you don't say that though. You don't.
You try and get value, bro. You just say, "Hey, that's it. Whatever." Like,
no, you don't say, "I don't know if I'm going to be here or not." You don't just come out and say that. When you're a contracted player, like Zach Merritt knew that he wanted to go out. He never said that. Zach Butters, has Zach Butters ever said anything like that? He has continued to hold himself and conduct himself in the most professional manner And at some point in time, you have to take responsibility for what you have to say. You don't have to simply say, "Oh, I'm always injured. It must be Essendon's fault." Like, bro, just we're not here to fix you, bro. Just because you're made of sticky tape doesn't mean we have to fix you.
Fair enough, mate. Yeah, it is what it is, right? I mean, it's what's happened now, and get over it, I guess, a little bit.
He can get over it. He can get stuffed. Supercoach edging. Callahan out for the season. The carnage rolls on. Held Holmes only have one trade left with Hawker Hahn and Herbert on the bench. Might hold this week and hope I win the top 4 matchup and deal with it later. Herbert is scoring more than useless Callahan anyway. Must be nice. Must be nice.
I think a few people did that. I think a few people did that last week for Zach Butters being injured in their sides. Just waited for Herbert to score and then kind of reassessed from there. It's worked out all right, Herbert with the 135. So yeah, why not really? This week, if you've got Callahan, and I mean you can't reassess because it's West Coast versus Richmond, but if you want a more bottom of the table clash, I mean you could have North versus Essendon and Richmond versus West Coast, and you'd find out which one's the worst team out of the 4 selected. So yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Congratulations, because the people that have bench coverage are the ones that do better now than the ones like Skodfather, who've got like 4 primos on his bench injured and no trades to get rid of any of them. And it's like, well, cool, it was great. Like, yay, and then no more trades. Sorry, mate. Not good.
Yeah, I got no trades. So I unfortunately now have no ability to...
Me too. I'm just waiting. I got 4 weeks left. Four weeks of Supercoach fun. At least you've got Hawker Hahn in the midfield. Like, I've got it's another year. I hate the fact that I do it. It's another year of my defensive bench being the best coverage I've got out of every position on field. I've got Dirksen scoring 72 and Clark scoring 66 on field, Joe. I'm like, what is this nonsense going on?
Yeah, man.
What is it?
I'm the same. What is this?
Every year, I wish Burton or Einstein just miraculously somehow got DPP. I'd be able to do some finagling. The only way I can get rid of Hawker Hahn in the back line is, God forbid, like a Brody Grundy or a Jackson go down, and I can now swap Zach Ostelski to the back line for him. Like, it's bananas, mate.
Don't mind a bit of Zane. Zach. I love it you're calling him by his proper name now as well. Zach Ostelski. Well done.
I've tried to culture myself a little bit,
I'm very proud of you, mate. You've done a very, very good job. We're coming a long way. G'day, Michael. Hope you're doing well. 24.46 this week in the top 20K. Callahan smacked the face, but luckily 2 trades left. So thinking Goulden. Oh, yes, very nice. Can get anyone as have cash.
If you can get anyone, I'd go Naz. If you don't have him, the guy's a freak. I realized. I think I could have somehow gone instead of going Bailey Smith this week, or it could have gone Naz, and I would have had a 190 odd. Not that Bailey Smith has a bad run, but the guy's he's just too good. I mean, there's a reason why we all started him, or at least the competent people started him. If he didn't get injured, cool, he'll still be in our team. So, yeah.
Yeah, you could get anybody. I mean, Geelong have a great run, but you probably already have Baz.
How do you not get the best player in the league? Like,
yeah, Nazia's great. Adelaide have a very sexy next couple. You could go Dawson if you look at that. He's got the Bombers and Richmond back to back, so that's pretty sexy, right? For Dawson, might be worthwhile going that way. G'day, Jamie. How you doing? Well, What's up, legends? How's everyone? Everyone's day. Just got home off bus and was going out and dropped something and was about to get off, and the door got caught on my neck.
On your neck, bro.
On my neck.
On your neck. How'd you manage that?
I hurt myself very bad. My neck is very sore from the bus driver closing the door on my neck. Are you like drunk or something? Kobe, you might have to get off with some HIA, bruv. I think he's exhibiting various signs of concussion, but that is rough, bro. That is very, very rough. I hope you get well soon, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Who to VC and who to see? Asks Ethan. Oh,
I guess it always goes. It goes down to the 4, right? I mean, yeah. Everyone kind of got stuffed if you didn't have Nick Dacos VC or a few others. I hate the fact that Will Ashcroft was 460K like 6 weeks, well, not even 6 weeks ago, like maybe about 6 weeks ago, and now he's now he's our second most expensive player on field, I think. It's a bad miss. I'm going to start him next year, I reckon. VC and C. The way that Darcy Cameron's going, if you've got Darcy Cameron, he might be a shout versus Geelong this weekend. I'd probably go Nick Dacos, to be honest. I think Nick Dacos is going to be great. I think he's building quite nicely heading into the final series. The tags are obviously there, but does he give a shit? I don't know. Moving down the list, you could try Luke Jackson, but I don't think he's had a good primo score in a couple of weeks. Last time he played the Doggies, he went off for a 143 earlier in the season this year. But if you look at his previous scoring, Joe, he's very consistent. Scored 94, 92, 94, 94 in his last 4 matches. So, yeah, what can you do? Maybe like a Brayshaw, maybe a Bontempelli VC if you want to hope for a bounce back. But St Kilda versus Sydney, Nazaya seems to be the logical choice at the moment. Sheasel potentially versus Hawthorn at UTAS. I don't know. If you had Jordan Sweet, he could be a selection. You could potentially go a cheeky Horn Francis VC if you really wanted to, but I probably wouldn't do it. Carlton versus Brisbane, Washcroft could be fine. It was weird seeing Lockie Neal fall off a bit last week, but I feel like he could be good. Shout out to Sam Walsh with the 3-run average of actually half decent. 120, 123, 3-run average. Congratulations. How you going? Richmond versus West Coast, I'd be picking no one. You could probably go Marcus Herbert captain this week just for some fun, but I don't think he's going to get as much of the ball down back as what he did last week in a smashing. Melbourne versus Gold Coast. Pickett could be fun. Maxi Gawn could be fun. Gold Coast are in a bit of a shambles and seem to give up a lot of points to rucks. And then, your Jordan Dawson type versus Essendon would be okay. If I had to choose gun to my head from my team, it would probably be... I wonder if I want to go crazy and go something like a Nick Dacos into Sheasel or Nick Dacos into Bontempelli or something. And just say, hey, by Friday, my captain's done. That's it,
Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with that, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's just about Nick Dacos versus the tags. I mean, the last time he played them, he scored 67. The time before that, it was 89, and then the time before that, it was 89 as well. So that's my only issue, as Simulator saying here, the Nick Dacos tag. So that'd be my only worry, to be honest. Maybe like a Bontempelli would be okay.
Maybe. But, I mean, how the hell did he score only 99 this week? That is kind of crazy, bro.
Well, I think he was very, very lucky because heading into the third quarter, let me quickly pull up ye old footyscores.net. Heading into the fourth quarter, I think he was on like 50 points. Ed Richards came in and just blasted him. One of those weird games where Richards just got, like, I don't know if the Tigers just put attention onto Bont and he was just saying, hey, cool. Like, sometimes he used to see it with Cripps all the time where he'd just be happy to sit back and take some attention and then not really care. But yeah, Bontempelli, I mean, up until 3/4 time, I'm just trying to do some quick maths. 36 points at halftime. 36 plus 22 is 58. So 58 at halftime and ended up on 99. So if you put his first and third quarters together, which was basically his two biggest quarters outside of the fourth quarter, he scored that many points in like 25 minutes. So 2 goals will do that for you, yeah? But
of course,
yeah, he was very, very lucky, I think. And we were very lucky as owners to actually like, hey, we're not going a 50 for a captaincy score this week because it could have really happened.
Oh, don't say that. And it's Richmond against Richmond at Marvel as well. Like, how does that even happen for the Bont to do this? That is crazy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He just sat back and was just like, yeah, whatever. Like, doesn't matter to me. I'll just like take a week off and then that's it, really. So
yeah, basically. And a bit of a rest. It's like, oh yeah, Ed Richards, you got this, mate. You don't need me to this week.
The 10,000 Supercoach owners that have kept you all season. Give them something good.
Hi lads, g'day Travis. Thinking my Supercoach app needs an alert sound. Best thing about this, 9 out of 9 tips and $40 in my pocket.
That alert at 2:00 today. I don't know what you were doing, Joe, but that thing scared the shit out of me. I thought my phone was going to explode. I'm like, holy moly! What? I didn't know my phone could make those noises. And yeah, oops.
You know, I was expecting it.
Yeah, I just didn't know what it was going to be like. But congratulations there, Travis. I think I may have beat you in the week, like in the leagues this week. Not that it matters because my team's not great, but yeah, congratulations. You have done very, very well with the 9 tips. I think I got 7. I've been getting a lot of 7 tips at the moment. Which ones didn't I pick? 1 second. I started off the week wrong. I know that much. I picked Adelaide to win at home versus Collingwood.
Yeah.
And then let me see. Oh, I picked GWS. No, I didn't pick GWS. Let me see. There was one like 2 tips that I got wrong. 1 second.
You tip your boys?
Nah, never.
Never.
Well, there's a good Clarko comment. I'm waiting for the Clarko. Is Clarko done?
Is Clarko cooked, mate?
Yeah. It's a bit sad, but I don't know. Yeah. When we get to it, I'll give my views if people want to hear them. Yeah. So went 7 this week. Apparently went up in the rankings, which was interesting. Maybe a lot of people scored like 5s. I went. 1 second. So my tips from last week, yeah. So I went Adelaide and then Melbourne, and then I got the rest of them right.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know what happened with Melbourne. Geelong just seem to have less and less good players, and they just keep getting better and better. So, yeah, I don't know. I wish my team was as good as their team.
Oh, mate, you can say that again. Yeah, one of the best run clubs in sport. Jordan Ridley is Essendon's Oscar Allen. Yeah, fair. Essendon will have to pay 70% of his overblown contract to take his injured, worthless ass. Yeah, I know, right? Big J is Clarko Cook. There you go. Have at it. Guys, we will have brochures on each of the exits. Thank you for attending this TED Talk. We will have brochures on the.
It came at the wrong time too, because I was about to just. I was at the precipice, just being like, "We've fallen off a cliff." Nah, Clarko's done. Let's be honest. If, and I know I'm 50-50 on it actually happening, but if North Melbourne had a shred of integrity, he would be gone at the end of the year. I understand that it's a case of, we've done better than we've ever done before. I mean, technically we have, because we've been bottom 4 the last however many years, and now we're currently bottom 6. So in that respect, cool. But if North Melbourne had any shred of integrity at the club, Clarko would resign himself, and he wouldn't cost North Melbourne $1.4 million to the salary cap next year for us to get rid of him. I don't know if it's a case of lost the players. I think he's lost the plot a little bit. I think there is an element of lost the players, but I think the players are just no good. Some of the players we've got on the list. I'd go through our best 23 off the list and say how many of these players in an open market would even get selected by other clubs? Outside of like 10, probably not that many. Fourth rounders, or hey, you're a reserves player, but you're on the senior list type deal for a few of them. I always look back to Blumeyers and be like, hey, how does this guy who's had 1 week in an AFL system basically play best 23 football? Is he this good, or are we just this bad? Why are we not looking at more state league avenues for players when, congrats to Darcy Wilson. He's re-signed for 2 years. So there goes one of the trade targets that we were looking at. Clarko's got no game plan. His forwards can't kick goals. His midfielders can't defend. I don't know if you've seen the clip, Joe, but there's a cool clip running around of Colby McKercher tackling his own player.
Beautiful.
That was a great one. I think it's time to go. And I have no problem saying I think it's time to go. Like, we held his hand during the Hawthorn racism saga that completely derailed his coaching career, and cool, we were set back an extra year, whatever it is. But I think it's stupid for Sonia to come out and say, yeah, we're backing Clarko in. He's the man for the job and stuff like that, when there's still really good coaches available. His line coaches are stupid. Like, they need to go. At a minimum next year, sack his coaching staff, keep him if we have to keep him, but Xavier Clark in the forward line. Nick Larkey can't even kick for shit. Trembath looks worse now. We've got no link-up. We've got nothing. Our defenders can't defend. Our midfielders can't tackle or apply any pressure. Why are we relying on 20-year-old George Wardlaw with no hamstrings to be our midfield bull? Like, I'm sorry. There's players and there's opportunities, and if we have to raid the state leagues, then cool. Let's go do it. Combin's fine, but he's the only one down back. Our best defender this weekend was 33-year-old Aiden Core, who might not be on the list next year. Like, it's a disgrace. And unfortunately, since 2018, basically since we got rid of Brad Scott, middle of 2019, we've been rudderless. We're still a rabble, and we're run by people who won't make the tough decisions for the club. It's a tough time to be a North Melbourne supporter, and people say, "Oh, don't take it too seriously." And it's like, well, how can't you? You understand how you are as an Essendon supporter, Joe, but like every week the fans front up, and you actually give something of yourself to a club. Sometimes, you're not preaching for someone else. You're not barracking for someone else. You take some form of ownership, even if it's not as part of a membership. It's like, hey, you're known by this identity. Chopping and changing AFL teams isn't a thing, really, for a lot of people. So unless you're Joe and have like 4 different clubs memberships because they've all got digital, whatever KO's cheaper that year, but you want your team to do better. You actively want this to happen, and it's not, and it sucks, So, yeah, I think it's time to go. I'd love a Craig Kelly at North Melbourne. I'd love some of these guys who maybe don't get the Essendon job, who don't get the Carlton job. One of them to be like, hey, come on down. new footy boss, but bunch of new stuff, and I'd be very, very happy.
Oh yeah,
Brady Rawlings isn't pushing the rudder anyway, man. Problem is retention, Joe. Our retention. Cool, we've got great retention at the club. Yeah, because we've got all these shit players that no one else wants. Like, and no one wants to leave, and we give them big contracts. Like, cool. Thanks.
I mean, do you really
like
who's leaving you guys? Do you really need to focus on retention, or is it more so about getting people in?
Not anymore. I mean, not once like Sheasel and Finn O'Sullivan's re-signed and Larky's there and Wardlaw's there. As long as like the core group of 10 players don't leave, ideally you've got like the rest going on, you know? So, yeah. I mean, Clarko basically said, hey, we tried to tag Nas and the guy had like a career best game. So, yeah, we've kind of fallen off a cliff a little bit. And I think it's really sad to say, but in a league where, in a year where North Melbourne was not guaranteed, but had 4 wins that they could have had very easily this year for free, times 2. Like 8 wins, you know, played Richmond twice, played Essendon twice, played West Coast and Port twice. That we're not higher on the ladder because we just couldn't compete with anyone else. Like, and next year we won't. Next year we won't have this fixture and we'll be back to 17th on the ladder again. It's like, oh, where's the build gone? It's like, you know, it's shit. So, yeah. Yeah. I could go on about this for ages, but yeah. Let me fix the club. I got nothing. I'm just got nah. Sorry, mate. Done. If a state league player can walk in and push a guy who's had 5 years of development in the club out of the best 23 spot, I'm done. You clearly AFL's not for you, and that's it really. Bailey Scott, 6 touches on the weekend, Joe.
Huh.
See you later, bro. Last week it was great, but, you know, that's it. 6 touches. Yep.
I don't even know how you've done this, Poet. How have you done this? 0 trades, but 1 boost left. How do you have more boosts than trades? How the hell did that even happen? Tracy is a worry, and track could drop below 400k. Might be a bargain in 2027.
Well, it was weird. I had commented. I think like Tim Mitchell or someone had posted about like Petrarca. Are you going to pick him next year? About what's happening? And I'm like, bro, how expensive is he going to be? Oh, he's going to be 520k. I'm like, there's no way Petrarca's going to be 520k starting next year. Like, come on, bro. Like, I understand it's his average and it's based off average score, but that is the biggest ripoff I've ever seen in my life. Like, come on. Like, yeah. Not for me. So, yeah, I'll probably still pick him depending on who's available, but
yeah, it's Blue Iris. You could always go Suitcase McDamage. Sure. Oh, where did this come from for the suitcase? Where has this been?
Some poor kid is going to pick him, and then it's going to be like, oh, he's going to go back to 40 next week. Like, same shit happened. How I got sucked into picking him in the first place, right? I mean, he had 2 scores of 100, and it's like, yeah, he's back after his injury. Let's go. And it's like, well, cool. That's it.
Where has this been all my life? You know that song? Where has this been all my life? Goes with a 149. If we add up all of these...
I won't pick him next year.
How much will it cost? I mean, not how much will it cost, but if we were to average out...
I'll pick Ashcroft.
Those... Yeah. So if where'd it go? Oh. Okay, there we go. So 23 plus 78 plus 68 is 169. Okay. So basically minus the 23. So he's basically scored those two and then a random 23 last week. What a joke. That's just ridiculous, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Shays into Dawson, says Simmy. Yeah,
Nice.
that's very. Yeah, Dawson as a captain against the Bombers will be very good. Agreed. Dawson against the Bombers. Bombs away. Shazel. Yeah, Shazel's a gun. I don't even know what I'm doing for my VCs and Cs. Seriously.
Problem with Shazel is you look at him and then he does a 132 and he does whatever he wants, and then like if I pull it up like 3 weeks ago 107. It's just hard to say yep, lock in a captaincy score with him. You need more Port Adelaide scores and Essendon Richmond scores and less Collingwood scores, I think.
I've got no captaincies this week.
Oh, you got captaincies. It's just not someone you want.
I've got no captains this week.
No captains.
Maybe Bailey Williams. Maybe it's Bailey Williams against Richmond.
Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, how good's Nan Purvis against Rucks?
Well, honestly, it's disgusting. I might have to do Baz into Shees. Maybe.
Why not?
Or Grundy, true.
Bro, I might not even consider Grundy next year, let's be honest. Yeah. I don't know. I do not know.
Grundy into Grundy VC into the ever reliable Shazel. What a gun is Shays.
Yeah. We're one of the few players that we've got on the list that's half decent. We don't deserve him. He'll be like a 300 game player for us. He may beat the game's record, Joe, the way that he's training. So yeah, we'll see.
Well, as he should. Rightfully so. The guy is a beast. I love him. He's a very good boy. Would you guys consider fielding Herbert over Petrarca?
Why not?
Yes. I would. Would you, Jez?
I have the luxury that I have both on field this week. I don't get to do that. Technically I can't unless Einstein plays. Then I've got it. But would I pick Herbert over Petrarca?
You'd feel like the biggest muppet in the world.
I would like to hope that Petrarca has a redemption game against his former club. I would like to hope that happens. So we could get the age-old Petrarca like 150, just being like, nah, stuff you, Melbourne. He runs up and like punches Max Gawn in the head and flips the bird to Cozzy Pickett and says, get stuffed. Like, this is my town now. Hoping something like that. Not saying it's going to happen, but hoping something like that happens. Yeah, we'll see what's up, I suppose.
Oh my god! I was not expecting you to go on a very.
I mean, it's his former club, yeah. Like, cool. You hope that like what you're just gonna be like, oh, Petrarca's gonna get smashed again. Oh well, too bad. Like
Petrarca's cooked, bruv. Petrarca.
Yeah, I know, but I'm hoping. I mean, Herbert's still a first-year player. As good as his 135 was, he's still a first-year player. we're more than likely going to see a 70 from him this week, and not the 140 like he just had. Like, how many of those games can you have? You know, 1 second.
Man. Could have a few. Next year, getting a tattoo of the anchor. Am I going to pirate? You do you, bro. You do you, mate. Really appreciate you guys. Love the chat. Anytime, Michael. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure having you all season long, my man.
And we'll see you guys next week on the Cinebells.
And on that note, we'll see you guys. If Track puts as much into this week as he did cooking Lombard, then maybe yes. He cooked him to he fully crispied him, didn't he? That was bad. You don't do that to a young man on the field, surely.
Yeah, it's bad.
He deserved the bite back.
See if I can find that McKercher video.
Of what McKercher tackling his own teammate?
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
Well, why did he tackle his own teammate for?
Because he just bumped into him. It was just like, he's got no situational awareness ever. He just ran into his own player. So it's the dumbest thing ever. You got Clarko talking shit about other people, like other players from other teams. I'm just like, bro, you just got smashed. Like, pull your head in, you know?
Smash.
Well, we technically not, right? But that's what it feels like.
G'day, trendsetters. G'day, Rob. Out of priority to trade out, Durham, Track, or Roma? How about none of them?
Yeah. Like none?
And save your trades, mate. Every week has been an injury. I thought I had enough injury trades. I did not. Holmes, Butters, Sinclair, Roberts, literally 4 in the last 5 weeks. I've had
and to be fair, Will Day got injured and then came back during that period of time as well.
And Will Day got injured. Of course, I couldn't field him. Now Callahan is out, but Callahan's ruled out for the season. So it wasn't like Will Day who missed a week. Whitfield missed a week. Like, this was the first week I had a full premium team.
Yeah.
And I had Philthorpe 76, Pickett 74. So 2 picks under 70, 2 picks under 80, I mean. 4 as well here. So I had 4 under 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the 80s. It was such a crap week, and then my captain scored 99 as well. Got to save it for the injured players, mate.
So this is the footage, right? Hopefully it's not too grainy for you guys, but just watch the middle.
Make sure there's no sound, yeah?
Yeah, of course, no sound. Look, got the ball, bang. Oh yeah, cool. Thanks, Colby. thanks, Colby. Look at him. Oh, I got a tackle. Oh, and watch Spargo. Spargo's the most defeated look ever. Like, bro, bang. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? And then look at him. What are you doing? What are you doing to me, mate? Like,
he ran back into him, bro. He ran back into him. I don't know why McKercher was running right up his hammer for.
I don't know. McKercher thought it was the other team. I don't know what's going on. He just ran straight into the other. He ran into his own play. He's like, no stats for you, mate. I don't have you in Supercoach. That's it. Oh, bro. It's the worst, mate. It's the worst thing ever. Oh, my gosh. Oy, oy, oy. I just can't, Joe, with this team. Like, yeah. I'm famous on the radar saying, hey, thanks for not giving us, like, thanks for you know, McKercher stuff, Harley Reid, whatever. But when he does dumbass shit like that, like, come on, bro. For real. Like, what are you doing with your life? You know?
Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so
like,
great.
But, like, Yay. Cool. Woohoo. That was great, wasn't it? Thanks, McCurchies.
Only sweeter.
McCurchy boy.
Yeah.
Dumb as fucking shit. I'll tell you what.
Thanks for the memories. Even though they weren't so great. Yeah, mate. It's tough. It's tough. What can you do? Young kid. Full future ahead of him, though. He'll be right. Howdy, Maltesing! Great to be back.
What's
Hope
up,
all is well.
Maltesing?
Sorry I can't make Monday, Tuesday regularly with Mum in care. I'm sorry to hear that. We put all her Bulldog memorabilia in her room today. I might sneak in a few pie stuff. Yes, you should.
You don't want to get in trouble, mate.
Very happy with pies and their effort lately. It's all you can ask and be proud, even with some glaring issues. Would be beautiful to beat the Cats this week. Not sure, really. Hope we scare the crap out of them. I reckon you will. I reckon you'll definitely give him more than just a fright. And Joe had a tear in my eye last week at the Bombers winning. I know. The Bombers always bring tears to eyes, whether they be from joy or from sadness. Mostly sadness, but yes, I did have tears of joy when we won against the Giants. The gift that keeps on giving. And I knew that we weren't going to win for the rest of the year because that was our grand final. The boys played with such desperation. They knew this is our chance.
I mean, to be fair, we thought they weren't going to win, and then they won that game. So there could be another one.
Yeah, nah, not against Adelaide this week.
You never know.
Then Geelong, then Sydney. I mean, there's maybe a chance against Port, but if you have paid attention, Port are playing bloody good football at the moment as well. So, yeah, we're not winning anytime soon. It won't be till next year. But yes, I had a tear in my eye. At least Harley takes out the opposition.
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
Not his own teammates. True. Oh, mate. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting time for footy. Pies suddenly come good.
Yeah. Well,
Melbourne,
the good teams are good.
Yeah.
The good teams are good. It's how it always is, yeah. And that's where it's like you take the wins when they come, because when it's really game time, when it's really go time for a lot of these clubs. Sorry for cutting you off, Joe. When it's a lot of go time for a lot of these clubs, the good teams show up, you know.
That they do. They show up and they play out. It's very impressive stuff. But, I mean, the Cats give Melbourne their first loss at the MCG this year without Max Holmes as well. No Max Holmes, no Jezza Cameron. That was a big win there by the Cats. So that was very impressive. I mean, no one expected Collingwood. They were down by like 26 points. Huh?
Congrats to Mitch Edwards. Took a scalp over Gorn.
That's right. And they were down by 26 points in the second quarter, and it was looking really bad for the Pies. But they managed to claw it back, which was very impressive. Sydney absolutely smacked the Giants. We've broken the Giants. We truly are giant killers. They have lost their way. The Hawks had their way with us, which was no surprise. I reckon Port could very well win this game. They're playing good footy at the moment. Carlton, they got back on the winners list. A very, very scary test against the Lions, who I agree, Maltesing. The Lions are absolutely terrifying, and they continue to go about their merry business.
3 Peats on the way.
Absolutely. Come on, Richmond. Please win this game. Get us back on the bottom for Harry Van Hatten. I really need this to happen. That's right, Michael. Only the good teams beat the Giants. Only the good teams. West Coast, Essendon, Carlton. Oh, God. North Melbourne as well.
Did
North Melbourne beat the Giants? No, you beat the Suns.
Yeah, we beat the Suns. We put
Wrong
the Suns
expansion
in there
team.
for like 4 weeks, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Beating the Giants is not for everybody. No, Michael, this is purely out of self-interest. We are second last on the ladder. We want we want Richmond to win a game so that they can go above us again. Because we want Harry Van Hatten. We are 4.5% ahead of them. Or we need to lose by more than Richmond lose to get that 18th spot, so we can get Harry Van Hatten. I got nothing against the Weagles. I like the Weagles. The Weagles have been playing very good football this week, this year. Anyone's
they're gonna leapfrog a lot of teams. The Eagles. I think North Melbourne they'll leapfrog us. They may leapfrog you guys. Well, they've already done that, but they already have done that. Quite a few. They're just really good at picking up good state league talent that plays well. Yeah.
They've got 2 number 1 draft picks
that actually know how to play, that don't get injured much.
Yeah, but it's so much easier to rebuild when you have that top echelon talent as opposed to a bunch of picks in the teens and the 20s. Like, yeah, they'll be good, but they're not. You're not building a team around number 1 draft picks. Best of the best, clear number 1 standout players. Those are players that you can build around. But I can't see. There are too many deficiencies in the Pies to make it all the way to a grand final. That would be kind of shocking if they did. It's probably Brisbane Hawthorn or Brisbane Freo.
Yeah. Brisbane and someone. A lot of it just comes down to fixture, like, hey, who lines up with who, what's the situation, that kind of stuff. Things you just can't predict.
Speaking of things you can't predict, let's predict. Who wins, Collingwood or Geelong? Who wins?
Geelong.
Have your votes, lads and ladettes.
Ladettes.
Oh, the Pies are surging.
Fair enough.
If you haven't voted, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to get your vote in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's over. The Pies Democracy Manifest. Rio, Doggies, St Kilda Saints, Hawks North. All right. Who wins? Port or Guis?
Oh, tough one, yeah. Maybe Port.
I'm going to go Port on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not responding. Oh, now it is. Yeah, now it is responding. Okay. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, guys, if you haven't already, like would go a long way. A like. Thank you very much. Oh, Michael says GWS. Guis for Michael. So why is it responding to some people and not others?
Yeah, maybe it's just a delay. Not sure.
Interesting. Look, more people have tipped port, so we'll go with port. Pork ribs for Kobe. Okay, next. Oof. All right. New widge. New one. Delete. Maybe if I make a new one. Who wins? Days or Frio? MCG.
Oh, come on, Joe.
Big J, are we going to look at AFLW scores to see if there are any injuries or rookies?
Yeah, sure, we can.
In the season so far? True. Given up with Supercoach by AFL Fantasy in the top 3,000. Keep it up.
Nice work,
Keep
mate.
it up.
Nice.
Pork ribs and barbecue sauce doesn't get any better. Ooh,
I had that for dinner on Friday.
Really? That is snazzy, mate.
Yep.
Look at you. Pork ribs and barbecue sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Going for an upset. These to win after we softened the Freo up on Friday. With the 1-2 punch. I love that. Love it. All right, Freo.
We're not going to go through all the games, are we?
No, just the interesting ones.
Cool. Next.
That's what I'm doing. Calm it down. All right. Here's another interesting one. Dogs or Blues at Marvel Stadium. Kobe doing this week VC Bont and C Gorn. Interesting. Backing in the two gentlemen who let us down last week. Very interesting. Rico, Bino, Goulden or Dawson. I prefer Dawson. His next two games are piss week.
Yeah.
This is at Marvel Stadium. Dogs v Blues. One night, yeah, one more time. Thanks. Who are some good forward primos in fantasy, Jez?
Forward primos?
Yeah.
In which fantasy?
W.
I have jumped on the Bowen train. I didn't have her, and now I've got her in my team.
Oh, she's very expensive.
Yeah, but did you see what she did on the weekend?
No.
If I can pull up the score. So played Brisbane. Cheeky 144.
Very nice.
Yeah, not too bad. 40 disposals. 40 disposals.
Yeah, she's in my team now. I never doubted her. She's always been in my team.
Brisbane's, I think, Ali Anderson didn't play, so that was the tricky thing. Is there's a few players who didn't play. I tried to watch a bunch of the games, but we'll see what's up once ownership starts to happen a bit more. But yeah, there were a bunch of players who didn't play or didn't play well, and yeah, it can make things be interesting.
Speaking of interesting, all right, so doggies win that vote. Who wins this one? Blues
I've lost
and
left
Frio
Give me one
at
sec.
Marvel. At Marvel. Marvelous Marvel. Who wins? Because, gee whiz, Carlton need a win to make it in. Be crazy if they miss out on the wild card. Is there a stat sheet for the practice games? Yeah, I think you should be able to see them on the AFL app. Or AFLW. So, for example, that Geelong game, Lions won by 3. Player stats. Michaela Bowen, 40 disposals, 8 marks, 5 tackles, 3 clearances, 2 goal assists, 86% top. Pretty good. Let's see. I like rating points. I like the time on ground. I like the disposals. I do need to see the clangers. I do want to see the marks.
What's up?
I do want to see the goals, behinds. I do want to see the score involvements. I do want to see the tackles. Why can't they show me centre bounces? That's annoying. Oh. Is it not rating points?
Excuse me.
She had 6 clangers. 7 score involvements. Nice. Oh, wasn't there also another Geelong player people were considering in defence, that 400k one?
McDonald. Emma McDonald?
No.
She only scored like 50.
I know there was a Brisbane one, Ellinger. Only scored the 41.
Yeah, she got smashed. Brisbane just got beaten.
But they won by 3 points.
Ah. Look at Ellinger's scoring from last year. It was the same thing.
Emerson, that's the one. Chantel Emerson. That's the 40K one. 400K one. 56. 13 disposals. 11 kicks. How many kick-ins did she have? She's 33 years old.
Kobe, what nonsense are you on about, mate? I don't even itch, bro. I don't even itch. I don't know what you're talking about.
Where's the kick-ins?
You need to wash your face, mate. They don't do cookie kick-ins, Joe.
Inside 50s. They'll tell you the inside 50s, but they won't tell you the kick-ins?
Yeah. And I don't think footyscores.net has AFLW either.
Rebound inside 50s. Why don't they tell you? No, they'll tell you marks on lead. But they won't tell you. That's ridiculous. In fact, they might show it on the phone. I swear the AFL on the phone.
Alrighty.
Give you different stats.
Do you want me to go through? You guys want me to go through some AFLW stuff?
See, it does have kick-ins on the AFL app, but it shows up all the zeros. Apparently, Ali Anderson got injured.
Maybe that's why she didn't play.
Cheers.
I said, excuse me.
I don't care. Yeah, the app gives you different. The app literally gives you different. The phone gives you different stats that you can't get on the computer. How ridiculous is this? It makes no sense. Oh, wait a second. Got distracted. What was the result of this? It was 3-0. Okay. All right. So then we know the finals. Therefore, the finals. All right. Geelong beat the Saints. Ooh. Who wins? Pies or dogs? In the finals.
Pies.
I would think so too. Zoe Watfa scored a 90. Love it. One night, yeah, one more time. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. It tastes like you, always sweeter. All right, Pies win. Who wins out of the Docs and the Hawks? Why were you so quick to vote Hawthorn, Kobe, to beat your boys? Are you all right, Kobe? Okay, yeah, he's trying to change his vote now to Dockers. All right, still all right. So it's 2-0 Dockers against Hawks. That was mean for that was meant for the first one. Yes, okay. Poet goes Hawk anyway. So 2-1 in favor of Frio. 3-1 in favor of Frio. Who do you reckon wins, Jez?
Frio.
4-1 in favor of Frio. Hopefully I am okay. I'm going to tip the Hawks. So 4-2 in favor of the Hawks. Nobody else wants to tip? All right, then. Dockers win. Oh, rematch. Prom versus Pies. Probably going to go Pies, are we?
Crom versus Pies. I don't know. It's an interesting one. It's a very interesting one. Who would I pick?
I know, right? I'm 100% tipping Pies. I agree. The Crows are a bunny team. I am tired, Kobe. I am tired. I've had a long day at work. Lads, g'day, Akka. How you doing, mate? I'm leaning towards Collingwood as well. Kobe's gone for the Crom to bounce back. Oh my God, we're getting a couple of rematches. Adelaide against Collingwood, Melbourne against Geelong. These two teams literally just played against each other this week. And now they're having a rematch in the finals. Busy boy? Yeah, man. Busy. All right, I'm gonna vote this and get this moving. This is ridiculous. People are too slow with their tipping. I am a coffee drinker, big time. Alrighty, Collingwood wins. Melbourne or Geelong?
Hawthorn. Sorry, Melbourne or Geelong? Oh, Geelong.
Yeah.
I love me some coffee, bro. Give us all the coffee.
Give me all the coffees, mate. Big J isn't blinking. Big J is high on coffee at the moment, apparently.
Nah. I'm just tired.
You okay, Big J? Look half asleep, mate.
No. Life's chill, mate.
All right, Cats for the dub. And then Swans or Lions? Oh my God, there's a lion. Oh my God, it's a lion. That probably got sued.
You have to go Brisbane.
I think that guy got sued.
Let's go.
There was a guy who was on an interview and he comes out saying that he can speak the language and he goes,
that guy.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's a lion. Oh my God, it's a lion. But then they sued him for false. I don't even know why you could pout on what grounds you can sue a guy for that. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
There you go. Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. It's
My Supercoach team. My Supercoach team. Ridiculous.
What is your greatest fear? Seeing my Supercoach team every week. Ridiculous.
No, it's just that like red dot. Everyone's just like, what the fuck is that shit? Harry Potter's just sitting there, and there's just like the things turned into a red dot with white lines, Joe. And it's just like, oh shit, injured player.
Yeah.
Because like not Voldemort, just oh shit, here we go again.
Oh shit, here we go again. Nah. What's your greatest fear? Seeing a TBC on an accident injury list.
GWS TBC means they're out for 2 years.
Exactly.
Caro's face
tuberculosis or something.
Caro's face comes up on the screen or something. Oh man.
Hawks Pies. Oh my God, that would be an epic final. Yo, guys, we are building the best finals run right here. Hawks Pies, Swans Cats. Oh no. Though it can't be a Lions Fremantle grand final though.
No, that's too bad for them.
Hawks are our boogie team. No chance. No chance. No way. I won't say we will win. Good. The Hawks won't make it to the grand final, thank God. They can get stuffed. Alrighty. And then who wins this game between the Swans and the Cats? No way. Koza! Koza's back, ladies and gentlemen. Who would have thunk it? Koza's alive and well.
What's up, Koza?
Finally back watching Supercoach lives. Haven't watched one for a while. Welcome back, Koza. Trying to work out my AFLW fantasy team. We're trying to work out the final series, and then we'll turn our attention to the W. But for now, we're trying to sort out the men. The men from the boys. Who's going to win the cup? Yeah. We're all, I think, unanimous here that the Cat's going to get the job done against the Swans, who just struggle against the top team, the Swans. The Swans, I think their record against fellow top 6 teams is the worst out of all the other top 6 teams. So it's not a good metric to be leading.
Mm-hmm.
So then we get to the prelims. Freo and Cats.
Oh,
Freo. Freo heave ho.
What do they say? Anchor? No, it's I forget what they say.
Freo heave ho.
No. Yeah. They do the thing like halfway through the game that like
Wharfie time.
Huh?
Wharfie time.
Yeah, Wharfie time done.
Rio, way to go. Here in real hearts down
Wolfie,
below.
Wolfie time's
Rio.
gonna bring him across, Joe.
We are the Rio Dockers. Rio, way to go. Flag mantle Wolfie time. Yes. Yes. Ooh, hello. Akka? Uncle Akka? Trying to tip an upset here. I see you, Akka. Going for the Cats, mate. All right. But Rio making it to the grand final. But who are they going to play against? Who are Flag Mantle? Who stands in their way? The Lions and the Hawks.
You have to go Brisbane.
At the Gabbatoir.
You have to go Brisbane.
At the Gabbatoir. The Bears. The Loins. Gotta tip the loin. Pork loin.
Fitzroy.
The Fitzroy loins.
Fitzroy.
All over me some delicious loins. Give me the loin. No. The loins. Three times. Supercoach team is down the bin, but at least my 450.
Nice.
Keep it going, guys.
Nice
Keep
work.
it going, mate.
Nice.
The loins.
Joe's team and my team's not much better. So, yeah.
The loins. Oh, this gives me so much joy. It's woken me up. Who would have knew? Who would have thought? All I need is a bit of loins. Some loin and you're good to go. This is good. This is an excellent grand final. An excellent, exquisite grand final on the cards. No one tell me Vic Bias. No Vic Bias is. Who wins the granny?
Ooh.
Is it the Dockers or the Loins?
Nah, can't beat Brisbane. I'm sorry.
I'd love for this
Why
to be the
did I
grand final.
put 3?
3. He wants 3 loins.
Why did I put
3 loins.
Why did I have 3?
I've been Dockers since round 3 to 4. I've been Dockers since last year, Causa. How would the Dockers win it? Where are the Dockers on field better than Brisbane?
You'd have to have a masterclass, right? Maybe it's a Dane Zorko or McCluggage or injury to a Brisbane player heading into the grand final. A couple of those guys. The only problem is that Brisbane's depth is so good that, like, if with how good Kadeem Coleman is, like any other team would be missing that type of player. But Brisbane's just like, nah, stuff it. We don't care. You know, like they're so good that they can just not have these players, and it's like, yeah, cool, no worries. Like we're still gonna win. You know what I mean? Versus like, oh shit, we're in trouble. You know, so yeah, it's a very interesting one. But yeah, we'll see what's up, I guess.
Obviously, the Lions have got more experience in grand finals and big time games than Fremantle does. And Brisbane had an arm wrestle last year until they blew.
It would be a killer game, bro. It would be so good.
And then the Lions, it really will come down to how well Fremantle start.
Yeah,
because there've been quite a few games this year where Fremantle have started really poorly because they haven't been able to hit the scoreboard for some reason, and then they eventually rectify things and kick straight and then pile on big scores. But if Brisbane, you can't give Brisbane that sniff because as soon as Brisbane build momentum, they'll run off in a hurry, in a flurry. So, but that will be a super grand final. I'd love to see it happen. I think we've made a pretty decent final series here.
Yep.
Like it. All right. Happy to turn our attention to the W now.
Nice. Yeah, it's an interesting one with the AFLW this year. Because previous to this year, there has been I wonder if you want to just put it up on my screen, Joe. Maybe you can
go for
it. Before this year, we've had less players. And I feel like it's a case of less players, but also it's made it a lot easier to finish your team. And you can take a little bit more risks than what it is this year. So I kind of came into this year as I'm going to stack the midfield as much as I can. That's where the big engine room level of players are. And then let the other positions kind of fill themselves out. I think what I'm trying to do now in my head is figure out a little bit of a case of maybe starting as many locks as we can. Unfortunately, as opposed to the men's, the women's team is very I'm going to say bipolar is probably the right word, but it's very bipolar where the good teams and the bad teams and the practice matches and stuff, how much do they dictate? Maybe not a lot, but that's the only thing that we can really go off. You know what I mean? So it makes things really tough because you've got some players who you think are going to be selections and then, hey, they're not. You know what I mean? If we look at some of the practice matches, for example, I wanted to try and have an idea of let's make a team where I can start as many locks as I can. If it means that I have to go a little bit cheaper in the midfield where, hey, look, it allows me to grab, and this is purely off like how well they've scored in the last game, but grabbing someone like Blackburn, who wasn't in my predictions at all. Last year, definitely had an off year, or it felt like she did a little bit, but just came out with like a 110 in the preseason. And yeah, trying to figure out, do I want players like her or do I want to try and go how my fixture was before? With similar to Supercoach, it's very much a case of follow the cash gen like everything is all the time. Yeah, so you might just start yourself with picking the rookies to start with for the most part, and then kind of just going from there. Looking at the games, there were some games that were, I guess you'd consider this to be a blowout. Doggies versus Giants, for example. And the good thing is because it's AFL Fantasy, all the stats are just up on the AFL website, so you don't have to do anything crazy. But West Coast versus Collingwood, interesting game. Sydney versus Hawks, interesting game. And then you had games like this, Joe, which would have been great to come and watch. I could have got you to come and watch it because it was actually fairly close to my house. But yeah, blowouts that were close for about the first quarter, and then blammo just kind of went off the rails a little bit. So yeah, the good players always do the best, but then it's kind of finding what you want your fixture to be and whatnot. For myself, I think it's still a case of like grabbing the big players through the midfield. Average points. I think I still want to do this through the midfield. Locking in the big four and being able to be like, cool, from here, I don't have to worry. You know what I mean? Like there is some really good value in this second half of the remaining players where I grab one or two or three of them, for example. But yeah, just kind of figuring it out. The other way, maybe what we'll have a look at doing is let's go and we'll fill out the rookies as much as we can and then kind of see what's up, yeah? So in doing that, you just cheat. I call it cheating. It 100% is cheating. I don't care. It is just going by ownership and saying, cool, I don't know who I'm going to pick. I'll let other people pick the players for me. So Barwin, chuck her in your midfield. I think she scored. If we have a look at the pies, where are your pies? Barwin scored a cheeky 54 as a midfield rookie. So chuck her in there. Cool, you're good to go. Have another look. How did Centra go, for example? Because she was quite good in the last season. She was quite good. I don't think she did that well. Though this game was interesting because you have to take into account time on ground for a lot of these players. So, Centra 43. What can you do? They were using Natasha Entwistle quite a lot through the position, so that was quite good. And then so on and so on. Yeah. So Centra, fade for me. She played a lot forward. And I think potentially in the forward line you could have her, but for 80K more, would you just pick Blackburn? Or for a little bit more, for 160K more, I'd just pick Alice O'Loughlin and then say, cool, that's it. So let's just pretend they're midfielders who are expensive. So the cheap ones are the ones that are playing. So Bound, Usher. Where did Usher play? No, I just lost a match. That's exciting. This is Carlton and Sons. So it's this one. Yeah. So Usher. It's not too good, Joe. She's not too good. This Usher chick.
She's more so an Usher, isn't she?
Yeah, she was like, "Hey, go this way." Go this way. Didn't touch much of the ball. Yeah. So we can kind of cheat. It is preseason, yeah. So we kind of just cheat. Chuck her in. There'll be other players who come in. Where's Little Wayne? Where did Little Wayne play? Let's have a quick squeeze. So she is Adelaide. It's the only problem. You've got to go through all the players. So it's just like, how I just look for the bottom. Yeah, cool. She didn't even play. Interesting. But you guys, what I was saying before about the disparity between your $1.3 million players and then the other players, it's just like, big difference. Big difference in terms of scoring ability. So, that's why we pick Maroff. She's the gun. So you kind of have a look at it and say, cool, what are we doing? Let's go Coucher, let's go Stubbs, let's go Crane. Cool. We got 3. So ideally, this may be your makeup of players, right? So if we get rid of those, let's go the forward line. We might go Gaunt. Let's go. I was keen on Weston Turner, but I think she's kind of fallen off a cliff a little bit. And let's throw Young in there. I think Young did all right on the weekend. So I can find it.
Fell off a cliff. That's not very nice.
Yeah, man. It's not good. Not good at all. Who played Port? That's not you. That's not you. Sorry, fellas. I've lost the Port game. There we are. And let's have a quick squeeze. Yeah, Lauren Young. So there you go. Forward rookie, 87. Pretty good. Cool. Not too bad. So, we've got a few plays like this. I think O'Hare in the back line could be really cool. So maybe we'll go like those two and we'll just grab Molly O'Hare. It's a backline player. think she's still relatively like cheap. Sorry, not cheap. 5% owned. So the person just scored like 80 and she's 5% owned. So decent pod for you guys. Yeah, and then kind of build your team something around this and say, okay, cool. I've got 700K left. What else do I do? Where do I put these players into my team? Start to look for value and start to look for guys who you can keep for the whole season, basically. Prices go up and down as much as they do, but it's always nice to have more than less because you're more than likely going to trade out players as they come. Yeah, if that makes sense. So auto lock, I think, as a main ruck is the way to go. There were a couple of rookie rucks that played, though, if you have a look. So if we go to ruck and highest ownership, there were a couple. So Hose from Melbourne played okay. And Davies from Gold Coast. Let's have a look at her. And then we'll check out what GWS did. So if you guys played last year, GWS were definitely a team that changed around a lot of their rucks and things like that. So Maisie Evans scored 47, low time on ground, similar to Jansek as well. Similar to Fleur Davies, who played a lot of ruck last year. I don't know if they were kind of training, but you're kind of running off the stats. Hose from Melbourne, a similar thing too. But I think the ruck line, for example, is one of those weird positions where, let me see if I can find Melbourne. Joe, who played Melbourne? There you go. Yeah, the ruck line is one of those positions that I think you just lock it in. As much of like as opportunity is, I don't think there's going to be a Mick Andrew this year. Yeah, I think there's going to be a Mick Andrew. So let's go Scholes. Let's lock in Hose. It's probably done. You can make up some money on, hey, look, Lewis does really well and jumps out of the gate, and you pick her up as your flex later on. Cool. Scholes will be number one, and then by Strom. Yeah, cool. I think so as well. And then we kind of finish off the rest of the team as we go from there. There is opportunity to have another one in the back line, similar to this position here, but we want to try and load up as many expensive mids as we can because that's where all the big powerhouse comes from. So let's try and we'll scoot out and we'll have a look potentially in the forward line for some options if we can. Like Too Good, for example. So similar to when I do Supercoach, I know that I want expensive players, but what I'm trying to do is boost up that number as much as I can and say, hey, let's grab everybody we can and let's try and get that to like 1 million one. Because then if I have to drop a mid and then grab someone else, like we're good to go. So Too Good. We want to have Bowen, but let's go like Too Good in there. Let's say, hey, Havana Harris did really well if we check out the Gold Coast game. Yeah, scored 105. Didn't take kick outs, but didn't even kick any goals. 2 goal assists, 89. I believe they were targeting her quite a lot. So Havana Harris jump in the team. Could be a keeper for us for the year. How did Malloy go from Sydney? Because I really liked Malloy last year. She wasn't that good. Not that we played off the stats, but nah, she sucks that they don't have heat maps, which is the big thing. But
exactly.
Yeah. Malloy's there, so no Malloy for me. I think Richards did really well, and then let's throw like a Blackburn in the forward line, and then maybe we can even do like a well, we want Bowen, don't we? We want Bowen. Yeah, cool. Forward line done. Back line is where we can make a lot of our money back. Well, he played mid without the best 3 mids too. Well, there you go, Quarter. There you go, mate. Who can we chuck in? I want Ella Heads. Ella Heads did quite well on the weekend. I believe she's taking a lot of the kickouts if we have a sneaky look. Ella Heads, 85. There we go. Who else can we throw in there, Joe?
Is it possible to run a Rocky Ruck?
Yeah, you can. They're just not going to score much. So it's like, do I get much out of the $1 million in the ruck line, using that somewhere else to get a Bowen, for example, or using that money from that ruck line somewhere else? You know what I mean? That's the only issue, really.
Georgia Davies for Gold Coast, she's 260K. She scored 86. 86.
It's pretty good.
85% Tog. Who is supposed to be the normal ruck woman for the Suns? Is that going to stick? Her being the number one ruck.
Well, she didn't even play ruck though. That's the thing.
She didn't even ruck. She just wow. 17 disposals. Was it 16
Darcy
disposals?
Davies, Joe. Darcy Davies is her sister.
Oh, okay. 6 tackles, 7 marks, 16 disposals. Like that is a great stat line.
Yeah, but I think Georgia's saying that's not the. I think Course saying that's not her.
Oh, it's not her. But there's a Georgia Davies in the ruck, and I'm reading her stat sheet against Carlton. Georgia Davies.
Is it not the same person, Corey?
16 disposals, 10 kicks, 6 handballs, 7 marks, 6 tackles.
Yeah, there you go. But in Supercoach, she's a ruckman.
Yeah, she's got the ruck status in this game. Who are they missing? The Suns.
Oh, we'll chuck her in there. We'll see how we go. But yeah, it's kind of just a compromise. Yeah. How
tall is she?
Yeah, Darcy Davies is the defender, and then Georgia Davies at 280K. She's the one that scored 85 in the preseason.
Yeah, 184 centimeters. Key defender.
That I'm taller than key defenders in the AFLW, Joe. There you go. Lock it in, Eddie. Yeah, so we're just trying to figure it out. We need four defenders, and then we'll figure out the rest as we go. So, defenders. Let's go. I don't think the RC did too well. Where are we? Yeah, 26. That's not for me. So let's just have a fun around, have a play around with it first. So we'll grab Charlotte Thomas. I think she's playing a bit more midfield. Let's grab. I want the fish, but I don't think I can. I'll need to have a go through and actually have a look at who scored really well. Give me some defenders, Joe.
Some defenders. Oh, yeah. I mean, you could go Fish, could go Gay.
How did Gay go?
Could go Tani White.
No, I'm not keen.
Not keen on Tani White?
I think we'll be able to get her cheaper.
Izzy Darcy.
Even Gay didn't do that well for you on the weekend. Maybe she didn't play.
I think Gay had a.
Who have you got in your back line, Joe? I've only got 3. I need like 2 more that are like 600K.
My back line is Fish, White, Gay, Heads, Darcy, and O'Hare. Yeah, exactly. Causa, yeah, but without Lewis and Painter, and they
I
really
just think there's some
struggled to move
value.
the ball out of defense, I feel, Causa. I feel like they're going to have to play Thomas in defense because she's just such an important player for him. So I'm not sure she gets to keep that role in the midfield.
Where's the money hiding? That's the question. Where are you hiding money? Where are you hiding? All right, I need one more mid. Give me another mid. Another rookie mid, and we can make it work. Ownership. Why is Lappin so? Is she another one that like just didn't play much? Ah, cool. Sunny Lappin. Done. Chuck her in. All right, that's what I want. So 965 left. Let's bust out some really expensive mids and we'll see where we're at. And then we just need rookies in the back line. 1, 2, 3. Probably need one more. So maybe we'll figure out what's happening. You like Emerson, right? And then there's I need one more player. Corey, I need a mid. Sorry, I need a forward. Give me a forward, Corey, that I can like downgrade Blackburn to.
There's a few. There's Greaves. There's Gould.
Yeah. Greaves from Hawks.
No, Graves from Richmond. There is Slocombe, 328k.
Cool, done. And then I need a backline player. Backline, who can I afford? Let's go. Backline, who can I afford? I just want like an Ella Heads, super cheap. Who can I put in? The problem is they're so expensive, Joe. That's the only problem.
They are.
Yeah, I just need to figure out like which one is the backline player to chuck in.
I mean, I don't think necessarily. Is this for your bench?
No. She's going on the field. On field in the back line and one in the midfield on field. Who can I look for? So I've already got Alice Parker. That's easy. Thomas is there. Swanson's there. Robbo's there. How much is Roberts? just more expensive. Then can I grab a cheap defender? Corey, I need a cheap defender, bro. Give me a defender who's cheap, who's good cheap defender. Under 435.
Under how much?
I got 435.
435. It's not a lot to do.
Nah, it's not much, eh?
There you go. He's giving you Violet Patterson.
All right. Oh, I got 135. For some reason, I saw 0 and was like, oh, it's a $0 team, but it's not. Yeah. So just as an example of like a team that you can make, right? So you can kind of go in different directions if you want to. In terms of who you're picking and who like you're not picking. Let me see if I can not be a stooge and put it all in like proper order for you guys. But I have gone very cheap in the back line. But if you don't want to pay up 800K, the beautiful thing is once you've actually made your money in other positions, it doesn't matter as much. What is that? Is that six primo midfield, Joe? It's not bad.
Yeah, that's actually really good. 6 primo midfielder. Very strong. Very strong.
I just hate having to do this because the game does not auto swap. But yeah, it's more about just using the. Yeah, I think so too. I think so. I mean, I could do this. I could go Parky out, and what did I do there? Let's go Parker out, and I got 187.
No, you don't trade out Parker. Parker's just too much value at her price, mate.
No, I want this one. Oh, I'm like $10 off. Ugh. $10 from Parker. Who else can I grab for that price? No, Ali Anderson. No Hurley. Maybe Chris Sparkers or something. But yeah, just an idea. Could be even Hatchard coming back from not having a great season last year. You don't have to stack it too much as long as you've got possession everywhere else. I think, yeah, we'll go over the season a little bit more. We'll definitely get a couple more forwards and stuff like that potentially. I reckon Davies, as Joe's kind of said or alluded to us, could be a really sneaky pick. Scored 80 odd in the preseason game for Gold Coast. Where are you, Gold Coast? Yeah, Georgia Davies, 86 on the weekend, playing key defender, and she's only 200K. Like, it's pretty good.
It opens up a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. And Molly O'Hare, if you don't have her, get her in your team. She looks really good. And she scored 76. So it's not bad. There'll be other players. The midfield is where the points come from. So yeah, I wonder if Woodland is still Woodland. Remember last year she had like a different name. Oh yeah, cool. So even Woodland might chuck her in instead of Parker and just say, "Hey, what's up?" Yeah, you don't have to go too crazy with your team. Hopefully that helps a little bit. This weekend is the Irish game, so stay tuned for that. Should be quite good. And yeah, we'll revisit this in like a week or so. Nashawin's really good. The way I kind of see the midfield, and it is where all the points come from, yeah, because Marinoff scored 150, Riddell scored similar, Garner will score similar, Gardner will score similar. Australia will smash Ireland. There you go. They should have played it at the SCG or somewhere bigger than a 10,000 stadium, but it really is like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the rest. So these players, I don't think they'll turn into primo status yet, but they have the potential to. So, yeah, maybe you want 1 or 2 of these. Maybe you want to load up the other players and see where you go. But I do believe it's those 3 and probably Schloss. And then it's looking like, as much as I hate it, Bowen looks to be that player too. Just kind of some of her scoring in last week's game. Sorry, the game this weekend was pretty good. So she can back up the primo numbers. Maybe she's a little bit overpriced because there are a lot of 60s and 70s. But, yeah, I think if you can make a team with those, you can save money in a lot of places in this game too, especially in the back line because it's so volatile, right? Like Lucas Rod's playing forward. How is she still 40-odd% owned? It's bananas. Zippy Fish, really good player, but I need to see a little bit from her. If they have a slow start, like, hey, you've made up a bit of points. So, yeah, just kind of play it off. Tani White only scored 40 on the weekend. I don't think Hodder scored that well. Malloy didn't score that well, and she's 823K. So you might have a week where you could go 1 up, 1 down plus 100K, which you can do in this game because you've got 3 trades, Joe. Yeah. So, yeah, like those players, we had it last year where players were 370K. And it's like, damn, that 70K is actually worth something versus Supercoach last year where, well, even this year, we've got Burton, for example. He's 150K. That 50K is not worth anything, you know? So, yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see what's up with the team and with the game, but yeah, predicting that's probably your running style, and then figure out the rest from there. I know I don't want to have to trade this player to grab her and then have so much left to upgrade left in my team. So we'll see what's up, but yeah, it's kind of a run through. Happy to have Causa on the show if he wants to, maybe this week or next week or the week after, before the season's going, and he can tell us all his cheeky picks. We'll see what's up from there, Joe.
Yeah, I'm still not sure. Like what I want with the. I feel like the defenders. With the defenders, you sort of know who the top players are a bit.
Yeah, but the problem is if they don't get the ball, right? So give me who's the top players, and let's look them up. So
I reckon Zippy Fish is the top defender.
Okay, so she didn't play on the weekend. So,
yeah. But you know who she is, though. You know who she is.
Yeah,
I reckon Fish is the top defender. I reckon anyone who's capable of scoring, over 80 is enough to be to be a top liner.
Yep.
Is the average?
But the problem is like these guys, they're averaging an 80. But you're going to have there's almost too much flux. It's like James Sicily, right? James Sicily isn't that guy that is going to average you 100 from then on. He gets games where it's 70s. He has games where it's 50s, for example. He has games where he scores a 53, and then now you're paying 869K for a 53 when my rookie on the bench scores or rookie on field scores a 65. And it's just like, hey, what's going on? Like, I almost guarantee you, and we'll know with Lucas Rod, but like this, they're all going to drop in price by a fair amount. They're not going to keep their price as much as maybe some other positions are.
How much did Edmondson cost again? Edmondson, 470. 1K left in my team.
Let's check it out.
Oh, it's nothing crazy.
Because you paid up quite hard for the back line.
Yeah.
Not hard, but you've paid up a little bit more than me.
Maybe one too many in the midfield, perhaps.
Because like a player like Serene Watson, for example, at 800k, I see no value in the pick because if you remember from last year, there was games where she got put on like being the tagging player in the back line and dropped like a 50 or a 60 and then just dropped in price. Yeah, and it's just like, hey, what? Like she's definitely had games where it's been better, but it's going to happen. Has she cemented that position? I'm not sure, you know. So yeah, like you almost want to grab the cheapy ones that are going to jump in price because of their role, and then it's like, well, in 2 weeks I'll get Gay, so I'll get Watson for 150k cheaper, and then blam, there you go. And shout out to the 16 people watching on YouTube still, and the 26 out on Twitter. There you go.
I've been contemplating dropping Schultz for our friend just then. What's her face? This one.
The Ruckman.
For Georgia Davies. Frees up so much cash because if she's capable of going 80, all right, fine. She might not score as good as 128. Sorry, that's for midfielder. Or she might not be scoring 100, but if she scores 80 at her price, you're laughing. And then if Davies and Jose are both playing, then you just bring in the ruck who has dropped the most in price, no?
I just think you can get value somewhere else.
And then we can drop Emmons into any rookie that I want. Who's a good rookie? Who's got the highest ownership? Barwin's got the highest ownership, sure. Or Trengove's got a high one. All right. Trengove comes in. All of a sudden, I've got 967k that I can put on places. Like if I was to put 967, say, on Kelly, for example. Just shy of Gardner. $83k. Okay, that's too little now. I'm gonna need. All right, maybe Watson. Pave off of Watson. Get Darcy. And that's 320k available in defense for like a coucher. So now.
So the problem is like you're just hoping that Davies can. You can do that. That's tricky. Yeah, you're just kind of hoping that Davies can keep going. That's all.
But now I've got Parker here with Roberts, Garner, Riddell, Marinoff, Gardner. So I've got all of the big girls. And Parker with Byrne and Lappin. Ubery, Usher. So I've still got the good rookies in the midfield. Got all 4 of the good rookies. I've got Bowen, got Blackburn, got Richards, Harris. I think Young and Slocombe have upside at their price.
I mean, Young scored 80 odd. I think Young's got lots of upside for a price.
Yeah, there you go. Heaps of upside at her price. With Slocombe,
massive upside.
Molly, Dizzy Darcy, Heads, Gay, White, Fish. I mean, could I get Gay to someone better? I mean, probably not. I think Gay's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with Gay at the moment.
We'll revisit as we go.
Only played 2 games last year. 74, 87.
Yeah, I think she got injured.
And look at this, like a lot of
No doubting
like
it.
80 is basically 100, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah, sure.
Or close to it.
Yeah.
So she's had an 87, 124, 106, 82, 70, 79, 71, 77, 62. Like, a couple of down scores, but otherwise she's a very consistent performer. At 29, season campaigner. The Bombers aren't great, so the ball goes into defense a lot. She gets the pill. So pretty happy with Gay. Heads is a very good player. I'd love to get Dizzy Darcy up to someone higher. In price to one of, like, if Dizzy Darcy was Watson, I'd be laughing.
Well, that might.
But I have to free up 170k from somewhere. Could get Trengove down to a basement rookie at 65k. Well, maybe I could do it actually. If Coucher and Trengove were both 200k players, will it work? Nah. It would just be short. Because the cheapest price you can get is just 200. Yeah.
That's up. Oh, well, I think this might be me, Joe. I've got obligations. So I will see everyone later for the members live stream tomorrow. Happy to revisit all of this and go a bit nuts with you guys. Maybe a fresh pair of eyes in the morning will be good. Yeah. That's me, Joe.
Sounds good, Jez.
I'll catch you later, mate. See everybody. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. No one really that I want to drop. Unless it was like, could I drop an Usher type? I could. Who's a 200k player that is? We'll just go by ownership. All right, Barwin. And Kelly. And there we go. Rough, risky team with Davies in the ruck. Going for two rookies, but I've got to pay out for 5 great defenders, 6 great mids. Pretty happy with the forward line, and then the rookies are the rookies. So I'm pretty happy with this at the moment. Obviously, it's a bit of a risk, but hey, when we picked Schultz as a rookie, he was a wonderful starting selection. Who knows whether Georgia Davies can hold and score decently fine. I guess the difference would be if you don't have the premium here, you're going to have the premium elsewhere. So is the gap between Davies and the premium as opposed to the other rookies and their premium going to be bigger? And if she can go 80, it's a big if. If we go back to the average points, the top one average 101, 97, 95, 86, 77. So let's say 840. 840K for someone averaging 80. That's $600,000 worth of value in the Davies pick. So we'll see how it goes. I'll think about it. I'll try and find some footage, try and see how she went, who was missing for the Suns, and let's end with a Warple. Okay, Victorian team. No red in it, no blue, and no white. So maybe it is. Oh no, it's got red in it. So it wouldn't be Essendon. Maybe Richmond. Maybe. Okay. So either black or red. Sorry, either black or yellow. All right. Yellow. How about? Okay. Cool. Well done, Kobe. Good job, mate. Good job studying. It is a medium defender. Debuted 2020. Who are the medium defenders at the Hawks? Who are the medium defenders at the Hawks? Is Scrimshaw listed? What is Jack Scrimshaw listed as? Key defender. Okay. Not a medium. When I finish all my work, so I graduate with as you should. As you should, Kobe. Well done, mate. There's Impy. Impy's old. Carl Amon is old. How old is Massimo D'Ambrosio? 23. Is he listed as a medium defender though? No, midfielder. Luke Barist or Dylan Moore? Nah. These are current players, and they have to be medium defenders. So I got that it's a medium defender. Someone who debuted within 3 years of 23. In 2021. So 2024, they debuted. No, it's not. It's 2020. They debuted in 2020. They debuted 6 years ago. Make them 24. Medium defender. Try it. Blake Hardwick. Did Blake Hardwick debut? Yeah. He's 29. Debut 2016. Yeah, he's too old. He debuted in 2020. Medium defender. Medium defender for Hawthorn, who debuted in 2020. It can't be Impey. Impey did it ages ago, right? It's not Weddle. I thought it would be someone young, like a Weddle. It's not him. Gee, this has turned out to be a little bit harder than I thought it would be. And on that note, I'm going to call it a night. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on another very fun Monday night. If you're a member, we'll see you tomorrow for the members stream. Otherwise, we'll see you on Thursday for the drive home. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one. Good night, Kobe. Good night, everybody. Bye for now.